Hi, I'm Dr. Valerie Bentley. I'm going to be guiding a 10-minute period of sitting meditation today. I'm sitting on a cushion on the floor, but if it's more comfortable for you to sit on a chair, that's perfectly fine. The recommendation would be just to have it be a straight back chair and to maybe pull away just a little bit from the back of the chair. So let's begin. So establishing yourself in a sitting position that embodies wakefulness with a sense of uplift. The back is straight, but not rigid. Hands resting comfortably on your lap or on your thighs. Allowing the shoulders to soften and drop away from the ears. When you're ready, allowing the gaze to drop, or if you're comfortable with it, allowing the eyes to close. And making whatever adjustments are needed in your posture so that the body can gradually settle into stillness. And as the body settles into stillness, allowing the mind to drop in and settle on the breath. Just becoming aware of the fact that you're breathing. And noticing where the breath is the most vivid and easily accessible for you. It may be at the nostrils where the air is entering and leaving the body. It might be with the rising and falling of the chest. Or it may be a little further down in the belly, but wherever you find the sensations of the breath most easily accessible, then just allowing the mind to stay right there. And beginning to ride the waves of the breath. Perhaps noticing if there's a tendency to try to control the breath or force the breath. And seeing if it's possible instead to just let the breath be as it is. The body knows perfectly well how to breathe all by itself. So, just observing the breath. Each breath unique. Each breath, the first breath, the only breath, and seeing if it's possible to follow an entire cycle of the breath, fully present for the in-breath aware of that slight pause where the breath turns and becomes an out breath. Present for the entirety of the out breath. And then the complete letting go as a new breath begins. And as we sit with the breath, you may notice, you're likely to notice, that the mind may wander away from the breath. And in spite of your intention to just sit with awareness of breathing, you may notice from time to time that the mind has a life of its own, and a tendency to get caught up in thinking, planning, daydreaming, memories. And in one way or another to wander away from the breath. And when this happens, there can be a tendency to think that you're failing at meditation, which is not at all the case. When this happens, it just means that minds have a tendency to wander. And so when you notice that the mind has wandered and is no longer with the breath, then just noticing where the mind has gone, and without giving yourself a hard time, coming back to this breath, this very breath, whether it's an in-breath or an out-breath, and reestablishing awareness of breathing. And if the mind wanders away 1,000 times, then 1,000 times, noticing where the mind has gone, and coming back, kindly, patiently, over and over again, to this breath. Since each breath is occurring only in this moment, the breath can serve as an anchor to bring us back to the present moment over and over again. So sitting with this anchor to the present, just sitting with the breath. And as we move into the final moments of this period of sitting, perhaps taking just a moment to express some appreciation for making this time available, for stepping out of the busyness and the doing that makes up so much of our lives. And taking these few moments to just be, and to be more fully present with yourself. And if it makes sense to you, perhaps forming the intention to continue with this practice, to engage in it regularly for the purpose of nurturing your own life and your ability to be fully present and not miss the precious moments of this one life. And so, when you're ready, allowing the eyes to gently open and taking a moment to just take in what you see. Thank you for joining me for this period of sitting.